Right, hello. I'm basically just making this video for people who actually want to understand how the chart works, how to read the chart language, how to basically understand how everything works and how to make money from actually trading, because it doesn't look like anybody actually fucking knows what they are doing. So this is what we're gonna do. So this is the minute I'm on my funded account. All right, we're gonna go over how this works. We're gonna go over how the chart works, why I'm in a buy at the minute, everything we're gonna go over, okay? Starting off in paint. And I really need you lot to just lock in and just understand exactly what I'm saying about, because it is real shit. You need to understand this, so cool. Bang, bang. This is what's gonna be our margin. This is what's gonna be a chart. So the chart starts off ready. Let's just give it some break structure right there. Sweet liquidity, come on. Bit of manipulation. London takes out highs, comes back down. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So this is what is gonna happen, ready? This right here is a chart. For example, there are different indices that we use. So we trade USD dollars. Sorry, we trade US dollars. We trade GBP, the Great British Pound. We trade S&P 500. We trade gold, which is XAUUSD. So we trade all these different indices, yeah? We'll trade all these different indices. So these right here are currencies, yeah? These are currencies. For example, this what we drew right here, we're gonna be putting as gold. So let's just do this example. This will be gold, right? This is gonna be gold. Right now, market is going, hang on, let me just draw. Shit. Buy, sell. Alright, cool. And then these are going to be your units, your numbers, your pips. We're going to go over that. So basically, this is how it's going to happen, right? So this is a chart, and this is what we're going to be going through. So how do you make money from trading? You have such things as prop firms. You have such things as live accounts. Yeah, this is all to do with trading. What happens is you trade and you set up a broker. A broker acts as what I'll say in simple terms, a bank for your earnings, all right? From your broker, you can then be able to take withdrawals straight to your actual bank, okay? It's an actual bank, all right? This is what the process is going to be. You really need to pay attention to what the fuck I'm about to talk about, alright? So, what do? You set up a broker. Yeah? You set up a broker, basically a bank. We'll just call that the bank at the minute, alright? You can also set up a funded account. I'll explain exactly what all of this happens, ready? So, how do you make money from doing trading? Let's say you are confident in trading and you know exactly what you want to do and you want to start making money from it. All right, cool. And you want to use your own capital, your live capital. So how a live capital works is you probably open up MT4 or 5 or any other trading platform that you can actually put in buys or sells to be a day trader. All right, cool. So that's the first way. Let me just check this quick. Yeah, okay, sound. Stop loss. Should I take a break even? I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna wait for that to quit. Let me just 2 seconds. I need to really lock in quickly because I need to pass the account. Right? Let me just draw my levels of liquidity. Alright, cool. This is what we're gonna do. I might just hit a quick trade right now, actually, just so I'm confident. Like I'm okay to leave this. I'm okay to leave this, but right now it's literally about to hit my first TP. So I'm wondering if it's gonna rebound off that. If it does, I'm just gonna collect like I'll take 80. So even if it does close, I'll take 80. So it's not the biggest deal to me, but it's, you know what I mean. And then TP we'll take 600. Alright, cool. Anyways, so that while starts cooking and let that do its own thing. Let's go back to this. So this is gonna be gold. Okay, this is gonna be gold. It's a currency. All right, it's a currency that we're gonna be using. This is what this is what a chart possibly might look like, okay? So how do we integrate this and how can we make money off of this? So let's run it. Let's go through the details. So yeah, as I was saying, you might have your own live account by using MT or whatever trading platform you need to use. What you need to do to integrate them, integrating basically means all of them connect. So there's three basically main things that you need to integrate to make money. All right, there's three things you need that I've understood: a broker, yeah, okay, a trading platform, yeah. Technically, you kind of only need these two to actually make some dollar, but for people that don't really have the amount of like funds to actually make money from doing this, you might need to use a funded account. And these are three things you might need. So you do need to make this, all right? And we'll go over it. So using the broker and trading method, you go into your MT5, whatever it is. Let's say it's let's say my MT5 in a minute, a trading platform, basically where you can put in buys, you put in sells. Okay, that is where we're going to be at our first section that we're going to be doing. The first thing you would do is understand what's going on with the chart. What tends to happen when new people come into the market is they'll place buys in like right here, but they'll have no clue where the thing is. So they want it to come up here, but the market will go down here. They get stopped out, and then they lose money. Okay, this is what people do when they don't know what they're actually looking at when they go into the market. So how we're gonna integrate this and how we're gonna actually let you guys lock the fuck in, exactly like explain it to you in a way you understand, is through the language, by learning fair value gaps, by using break of structures, by using liquidity sweeps, by using change, by using order blocks, okay, by using equilibrium, okay. These is what I'm going to call the chart language, the chart alphabet. So A could mean fair value gaps, B would be break structure, C would be liquidity sweeps, you know, so and so and so. So these are the main things you basically would really need to understand of what the fuck's going on. There's things called time frames that you need to understand, which I'll go over. I've got a Discord that's got everything going down to it, but today is literally just gonna be a rundown of how people can actually get into it and what the actual legitimacy of what fucking trading is, okay? Alright, so let's run it. Capital is what your money is, okay? So you have a certain amount of money. So let's say you have like $100, yeah, or for people in England, 100 quid. All right, $100 or 100 quid. All right, whatever you want to use, and you're using capital and you're trading off MT on a live account, integrated by a broker that you have to sign up for, that basically links with MT. So any time that you trade off MT or you try to make a trade off your trading platform, it gets sent straight to your broker. Then you can start taking your payouts. Okay, that's how it works. So let's say you have 100 quid and you want to be spending up to 1 to 3% of your risk management. So that's how much you want to be leveraging yourself to spend out of your money, okay? So 1% being of $100, 100 quid would be 10, okay? So we'll be spending 10. So what we'll be doing is we'll be understanding how this all works. So some people, they trade through resistance and support, and they wait for a level of this. Wait, let me zoom in quickly. What some people will do, they'll be waiting for a level where the market has broke its support and it's broke through and it wants to sweep this liquidity, so you would enter a buy, having your stop loss here, right? Or sometimes if it goes down, let's say it didn't, let's just like fuck this off real quickly. And let's say it went in the other direction and it broke this support, yeah, and it broke through, it might want to come down and sweep out this liquidity, this liquidity, this liquidity. That's what we call a liquidity sweep, where orders that got placed, where people wanted to buy, so look, people sold here because it went down, people bought here, so it went up, sold here, bought here, sold, but all the people that did want to buy here, their orders are kind of just floating. Like, let's just call it like little strings of money that just needs to be ordered, like needs to get filled. So what might happen is, whilst it's manipulating, let's say this is Tokyo session, Asian session, it's manipulating, and then London session happens where it wants to manipulate and take out the previous highs, a liquidity sweep will happen where it'll come up and it'll sweep all of these orders that didn't get placed previous market and pre-market. It will sweep all of the orders that get filled, and then either look for a break of structure to the upside or reversal to the downside after doing a liquidity sweep. Okay. So that's how that works. That's how liquidity sweep works. Anyways, that's that. I don't really know what I'm trying to explain that to you, but just trying to make sure people understand how you have to read the market, how it basically runs. Okay. So let's go back to this MT5. So what tends to happen with people that want to understand it, you would like, there's no way you would want to go into a market using actual money if you don't know what you're doing. So what tends to happen with new traders, they go into a demo account. Okay, a demo account is basically a simulated capital account where you would get like $100,000, yeah, and you basically use this on a real market. Okay, so you'd be using this on a real market. Okay, so that's what you'd be trading. You'd be trading on a real market. All right, cool. Let's zoom out quickly. Okay, let me just extend this a little bit because I want loads of people to see this. All right, cool. So now we are here, and we want. Oh shit! I'm so bad at this. All right, now we are here, and we understand. The three main things you need to actually start making money: broker, integrating with a MetaTrader or trading platform, or using funded accounts. I'll go into funded accounts in a second, but that's basically the gist of how it happens. All right, you enter a broker, you enter your trade, your buys, your sells. If it hits TP, it gets sent to your broker. Then you can start doing cash flow. Okay, that is the simplest thing that you could ever understand. Okay, cool beans. The next thing we are going to let you understand is how a funded platform works. Funded accounts. Okay, this is what we're going to be going through. So a funded account is basically people that don't have money to obviously trade live accounts because they haven't got the capital to obviously leverage, and you know what I mean, whatever it is, and you want to be able to pass. What I see it as, if you want to get a funded account, yeah, it's basically a certificate, if you pass it, to prove that you are a trader. You know what I mean? It's to prove that you can do trading and you're eligible to trade on the real market. Okay. So how does a funded account work? Funded accounts work by you paying. There's a little fucking Timmy over here. You paying a prop firm. Yeah. Being a prop firm. The prop firm is a funded account, by the way. This is like a software that they use. You pay the prop firm a certain amount of money, and they give you simulated capital. Let's say it's 50k, and give you a target of, let's say, 53,000 to hit. Okay, so you pay a prop firm your money. Let's say it's like, I don't know, $50 or like 30 quid in England. Yeah, you pay a prop firm money and they give you capital, worth simulated capital, to get a certain target. Now hear me out. So after you do that and you understand what you're doing quickly, yeah? So now you've got a 50k account, right? So you paid a prop firm, now you've got 50k. Okay. Now you've got 50k. Your profit margin that you need to create is 53k. So what happens is, what you would do is, you would understand, as example, what I'm using right now is Top Step. So Top Step has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has 5 days, yeah, where you start off and you have a stop limit. Okay? So I think this is what people actually get confused on what you're doing. So when you pay a prop firm money, they give you simulated capital. Okay? That is money that is simulated to prove to that the funded account, the prop firm, that you are eligible to do trading until they can give you a live account and start giving you real payouts. Okay? So once you prove to the prop firm that you can make that money, you're allowed to go on to a live account with actual payouts. Okay? So you're probably wondering, okay, then what happens if I lose that money? This is what's going to happen if you lose that money. So let's say you have 50k, yeah? and you lost it, you get set a limit of how much you can lose. 48,000, let's say, all right? So you have a limit of how much money you can lose, being 48K, okay? That's how much you can lose. Once you hit this level of how much you lose, you've lost 2 grand, yeah, of that simulated capital, and you've lost it, your account gets blown up, okay? Like, it doesn't get, like, don't actually blow up. It basically just gets deleted. You're stopped out. You can't do any more trading because you failed the funded test. You failed the evaluation to become a live trader, okay? That's all that happens. The money that you paid them, yeah, they give you a simulated amount of money to prove that you can make more money, yeah? However, if you were to do that and fail, all that happens is you lose your money that you've given to the prop firm, and that is it. So, how do we take advantage of this? Once learning how to read the chart and how to actually understand how to do it by practicing on demo accounts, seeing progress in your income on a demo account, so you're seeing progress in your account, and you feel confident enough to go onto a live account or a funded account, you then get to be into the system of real fucking money. So now let's put into perspective that you've now won your 50K account and you've made 53 account, yeah, with 5 winning days, going under the regulations and the rules. You've understood everything you have to do, and you've met the target, and you've now passed. You now get sent over. You now get sent over to a funded account. Meaning you now are allowed to request payouts. Okay? So you made 53K, you hit the target, you're now like eligible to become a funded trader. So now they give you actual capital that you need to use. However, there is still going to be a stop loss that you'll have at a limit. Whatever you're using on a funded account, you will understand it. I'm pretty sure that the people actually understand it and actually do pass the funded accounts. You already know exactly what the fuck's going on, okay? So anyways, that is how that works. So let's say now you're on your funded account after passing your evaluation. You are now funded, okay? Let's say you are on your funded and you make an extra $1,000, yeah? $1,000 or whatever you're trading, okay? Let's say you make $1,000 whatever you're trading. You now can request to make a payout. But this is where the commission comes in. So the funded platform that has supported you and passed you through to your funded test and given you capital to use, you now have to pay them the commission that you get from your earnings. So let's say you make 1,000 and then they take what? I don't know, 10%, 20%, whatever it is. Or how much money you've made. They basically take a cut of that. So for example, let's say you made $1,000 and you wanted to request a payout of $1,000, but they only said you can only take out 500. That means that they've took a commission of 500 out of that. They take 50%. That's an example, but different funded accounts have different regulations of how much commission they take, okay? But still, you make that. So that's only 5,000. Let's say you make 10K, yeah? And you want to take a payout of like 4 times up to 1 month. You can make 5K. Using the same strategies, using the same things, okay? So that is how that fucking works. You pass your funded test, and that is the simplest thing in the world, okay? Now, what do you do from there? Do you just stay on your funded account, or do you take it to the next level? Well, what some smart traders will do is they will keep their funded, but they will also move to a live account with the money that they've gotten from the live account. sorry, from the funded account, they will use that money to go into a live account, because on a live account, you do not get commission from any other type of broker, so you don't get commissioned off of any type of funded platform, and that is all yours that you get to take from your own live account. Okay? So if you're smart, you'll be able to understand, you pass your funded test, and you want to do trading on a live account. So now you've got two. You have two ways of making income that gets sent straight to your bank. This is my bank, all right? Allow me. Dollar. Federal Reserve, right? Come on. That is basically the basics of how you need to get it started, people. Okay? That is literally the basics of how you need to start it. In the most simplest terms. You understand where to fucking read the chart. How to read it by learning the blimmin' chart alphabet, the chart language. Okay? You're probably asking, where do you find these charts? How do you see them? I have something for you. There's a thing called Trading View. Search up tradingview.com. Okay? And then we're going to take you through it. So let's go. So this is Trading View. Okay? This is Trading View. And this is how we're going to do it. So right here, I am in a buy in a minute. Don't ask why what's going on. Don't ask what anything's going on, because this will come on later on in life. This will come on later on. Okay. So this is Trading View. When you open up Trading View, let's just do this quickly. When you open up Trading View, you'll be able to sign up with a free account. You go over to markets, you go over to entire world, yeah, and you can start to search for different brokers. What we're going to be looking at is gold, okay? So you look at gold. This is a chart, okay? You go to full chart and you have to understand it. When you look at all these different numbers, it's probably going to be a bit confusing. If you have a look on my cursor is, come up to the top left, you have these time frames. 4-hour time frame. This shows each candlestick being 4 hours long. Higher time frames hold higher power. The 2-hour time frame, it's a bit different. 1 hour time frame is different. The 30-minute time frame is different. The 50-minute time frame is different. Do you know why? Because each individual is now 50 minutes. If you go to the 1 minute, then you can see all of that. But in smaller units, smaller candles, because now you understand and you're able to look at finite details of where the market wants to go. Okay, so this is Trading View. It's a really, really nice app to use. Sorry, software to use to obviously look at charts, etc. La di da di da di da. Okay, so that is what that is about. Oh yeah, so that's how you're gonna understand it. Okay, so Trading View is a method of looking at the chart. So once you understand how to do that, practice and practice and practice on a demo account. Okay, how would you get a demo account? You can either go into Trading View and set up a paper trading account, which I'll show you quickly. So there's something right here called paper trading. You basically press connect and it sets you up on a simulated account. It gives you 100,000 worth of capital. No matter what you do, you don't lose anything. You just practice on that on a real market. Okay, that's how you do that. I want people to do that. I want people to actually understand how to use that. Okay. It looks like I got swept. It looks like that. Looks like liquidity sweep. Straight on that level as well, which is insane. Might have to take out. No, you know what? I don't really mind at the moment because I'm not that fussed. But anyways, yeah. So that's how you basically would go into a trading account on PC, or you can even download this on your phone. To be fair, or you can download Meta Trader 5 or 4. When you open up MetaTrader, when you open up MetaTrader, it will look like this. You have a bar here. It will say quotes. It will say chart. It will say trade. It will say history, and it will say settings. Okay, as example. On here, you go to your settings. You set up a demo account. On your demo account, you then go to your quotes. On your quotes, you then search up at the top right, there'll be a plus sign. On the plus sign, you then press XAUUSD. Once you search that up, it will come up with two individuals. There'll be one saying check and they'll say one with the actual individual. Next to it will be a plus sign. You press the plus sign, it will go back onto your quotes. You then press your quotes and it'll say XAUUSD. This is a Forex exchange, okay? It's gonna be trading Forex. I think. I'm not too sure. Might have to do that, but I'm pretty certain. Anyways, so you would press this, you press chart. The chart would then open on your phone for a chart that would probably look like this. Oh, we're in an uptrend now, fuck. It will look like this, okay? With different types of charts going up crazy, alright? That's how it will look. This is the exact same as this, it's just on your phone, okay? What you would do is you press trade and you'll be able to enter your buys and your sells. And that's how you were to do a demo, that's how you do demo accounts, okay? And you keep practicing on this until you're confident enough to be able to use on a funded or a live account. That is the basics of trading summed up. That is literally all you need to understand to be able to get your kickstart into learning the language of charts, the alphabet of charts, okay? How the stock market works and where to look for the stock market and how to actually integrate it into your own life. That is the basics. The next step in your journey of learning how to trade is to learn the alphabet. Okay? Being breaker structures, fair value gaps, liquidity sweeps, in fair value gaps, order blocks, all these different things, yeah. I connect to an alphabet, I call it the alphabet of stocks, stock alphabet. If you would like to understand most of this, I will leave a link below going straight to my Discord where I teach people in simple terms how the alphabet works. Okay? Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say fuck the system. We're gonna grab it by its fucking balls. Yeah. I'm gonna shove it straight back in its fucking mouth. Straight into your mouth. That's what we're gonna do, people. So if you would like to understand how to get more into depth with this, just join the Discord, give me a shout, and I will interlock you with this journey that we are on. I'll be posting more of this sooner. For the time being, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and subscribe. Fucking money.